gosh, you look so good.
Thank you.
Well, how's your morning going? Monday.
It is going. I am here. I'm alive. I am currently in Miami. So yeah.
We
Can't
saw you out on the
complain.
boat yesterday. Were you out, had a nice
Yes.
birthday?
Oh my God, I had the best time. Let me tell you. My cheeks hurt from smiling.
The boat day like an ideal Sunday for you if you're in Miami?
It's not something that I do very often. It's actually very new for me. My
Yeah.
team knows this. They were on the boat with me, so we can kind of close out the year and have some time to kind of connect and reconnect with each other on a more personal level and just have fun. But I'm not complaining at all because it was so relaxing. Yes.
Oh my gosh, I bet. And were you celebrating face to face with Becky G? That's on Facebook Watch.
I'm always celebrating face to face. I wake up and I celebrate face to face because I'm the host of my own talk show, and I think I'd be doing that at 24, but here we are, and it's by far one of my favorite projects I've ever been a part of.
You did that. You really did that. You're a talk show host.
Yeah, it's not easy. So kudos to you guys, because I know being a host of anything is very hard.
Yeah.
So
you know the vibes. But who inspires all your makeup and outfits and hair for each episode?
I always kind of just like pioneered the ship, but my first mate is my stylist Morgan. She's that's my girl. She and I have been working together for years now, and she's very collaborative with me, and we just kind of have fun. I was just kind of like, today I feel like blah blah blah, and we would do it, and then we were there.
Yeah. Do you use your own beauty line?
Of course, I use it every day. I'm so proud of that as well. And it's really interesting, like all of these like full circle moments that have been happening, because the constant theme through all of them is just like this love for connection. I think that's why I love what I do so much.
It's cool that all your projects can be incorporated together too, which is fun.
Yeah, for sure.
And what is so you discuss a lot of hard hitting topics, like you're very serious, but then you're fun. On the other side, you have different segments that you do at the end of your interviews. What's a topic that you haven't really discussed online, but you have in face to face that you're really proud of?
I think some of the topics that we talk about are things that I've been talking about for sure. Maybe not from a general scheme, something they haven't heard of, but the stories that we get from our talent that steps in are stories we've never heard from them. And I think that was my goal as a host, was to kind of let my curiosity drive. It's not about me. It's not about, and there are moments where I leave space for a two-way conversation, because there's some things that, my guests courageously shared that I really resonated with, and I was able to share my experience in that. And then you also know, as a host, it's important to sometimes share a little bit so they don't feel scared to share in return. It's creating that safe space. And so I almost would forget sometimes that there was cameras, and there was a lot of tears, a lot of laughs, good laughs for sure. But more than anything, I think it was the authentic, like candid, raw conversation that the fans now get to watch. And that's my favorite part, because I remember what that was like, but then you get to experience it all over again with your audience and what they take away from it. Sometimes I'm like, wow, I didn't catch that,
Yeah, for sure. And then also you are the host, so you're the one mainly asking all the questions, and you've done so many interviews over the years. So what's one thing you think that you would want someone to ask you? If you were doing face to face with yourself, what would you want to talk about, and what would you want to be asked?
I go into every interview with that mentality, actually. So I'm an executive producer on the show as well. So there's a lot of preparation that goes into everything. Every topic that we brought to the table was discussed between us and our writers and just the incredible team that we had. And for me, it was understanding the person behind the resume. Behind all of the accomplishments, because the common theme throughout all of us is, human beings, we're told, we're supposed to be happy. So when we do experience moments of happiness, we don't really hold on to them as much. But when we experience pain, that really marks us. And sometimes, and a lot of times within, especially minority communities, a lot of success comes from our pain, you know, because we needed a way out, because we needed a safe form of expression, because we needed to help our families. There's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of things that happen before we even get to, and then during the success there's things happening behind closed doors. And so I think for me, I go into that and I want to know about the human being on the other side, not the person with however many followers on their
Right.
Instagram.
You want the real them, like the real them to come out and talk to you and stuff,
Exactly.
you know. And for all the guests that you've had, how do they come about? Do you text them like, hey, do you want to come on the show? Do you FaceTime them? Is it set up?
It is very personal. You know, I mean, the way we shot, shout out to the entire face-to-face team. Because going to work every day, I literally looked at my team and I was like, I want to do 100 seasons of this because I loved it so much and I had so much fun. But the talent coordinating through COVID, it's hard. It's so hard. And
it's so hard.
but it is personal for sure. Like there's a lot of individuals that I hadn't met before actually that we had on the show. And then there's a lot of special ones, like for instance, Demi, you know, when they decided that they were going to be on and they were going to be our first episode. It was literally my first episode. It wasn't something where we shot it out of order and then that came out first. It was like, literally. Okay, even I was like, let me hold on to my seat. Let me make sure, you know, I'm ready and prepared. But they mean so much to me. You know, they were someone who very early on in my career gave me opportunity, really saw me, really looked out for me. And so there's a lot of those like, you know, personal, like full circle moments, I think, throughout all of them, all the episodes.
Were you nervous to have Demi Lovato as your first, like, you know, talk show experience for your show?
Yeah. I was I think nerves are something that are kind of like important.
Yeah.
I don't call them nerves though. It's not like a, oh my God, I can't do this. It's like almost like, it almost like disables me. It's something that actually I think makes me more focused. Makes me more on point, you know? So I was definitely, I had butterflies every show.
Yeah. You looked like you had such a fun time too. Like all your behind the scenes reels and stuff that you posted on Instagram. I was like, oh, she's living her best life right now, which is awesome.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a different experience for me. You know, I don't know how long doing, you know, what I do. And this is a new territory. You know, it's a space that I've been in before, but in a much, much different position. And so the responsibilities that come with that, the amount of research, extensive research that comes with that, it's a lot. It's different for sure.
Yeah. Okay. And then a quick game. There's just 3 little questions quick. So it's this or that. So 2 scenarios. The business side of your beauty line or the glam side of your beauty line?
Ooh, I mean, the glam side is the business side. So I'll say the glam side of what I do, because that's where it all started, right? I was a lover and a fan of the space before I was a founder and creator. So I would say for sure.
Yeah. Date night in or date night out?
Date night in. As Sebastian's right here looking at me. We're date night in people. Our work that we do is quite exhausting. So time at home is always appreciated.
Yep. And then text or FaceTime?
I'm a FaceTime person. I am that annoying person that FaceTimes you when you don't want to be FaceTimed. And then I'll just stay on while I'm doing things around my house because I want you to keep me company. Like my mom will stay on FaceTime for like hours.
No talking. It's just like literally the person's there.
Literally. I'll be washing dishes, doing laundry, the whole thing.
Just the vibe. And then know your future or relive some of your past.
Oof. I think I would like to relive something from my past because I think the surprise in the future is kind of what keeps you going, you know, like although it's terrifying sometimes not knowing what's going to happen, I feel like if I knew what was going to happen, I'd just be nervous all the time too. A different kind of nervous though, because then I just know what's going to happen and I don't like that. I like the spontaneity in the future.
Yeah, totally. Well, I like that answer. But congratulations on everything, on Face to Face and all that you're doing. We've been a fan of you for a very long time, so you're awesome.
Thank you. I really appreciate your time.